For our grandparents, you get the job with the big company and then you stay there and then you get the defined benefit pension when you're 65 and and that's it, and you're done. That's not the world we live in anymore.
What advice would you offer to CS folks on adapting to this sort of change in knowledge work in their career? So if you're sitting there like thinking, shit, all this stuff is happening, what is a good sort of first thing to do? Get familiar with it, find a new job, take up farming?
There's a slide I often use talking a kind of a more general AI presentation where I say, I think all AI questions have one of two answers. The answer is either it will be just like every other platform shift. How should we buy this? Should we buy from the big company or the small company? Should we unbundle it? Is it CapEx or OpEx? Can we put it in this year's budget or next year's budget? How did you do cloud? How did you do databases? How did you do PCs? How did you do mobile? Well, it's like that. And all the other class of question are no one knows. Like, is it going to scale? What happens to the error rates? How many models are there going to be? The energy use is going to collapse and so on. The answer to that question is, well, look, how many of us today had the job that we would have had 20 years ago or 30 years ago? Or 10 years ago. And, for our grandparents, you might have, you get the job with the big company and then you stay there and then you get the defined benefit pension when you're 65 and and that's it, and you're done. That's not the world we live in anymore. And so I don't think AI specifically is a different answer to this. It's kind of like saying, well, you're a designer, how should you think about Macs and PCs and color printing? Well, get curious and get pushing and think about what happens next.